The giant horse conch weighs over 11 pounds. That's a lot of mollusk. The conch has a taste for snails. So when the tiny tulip snail spots one of these behemoths, it knows it's in trouble. The snail tries to outrun the big hunter, but it's like a tiny shuttle facing off with a star destroyer in a battle that moves at a snail's pace. Finally, it's overrun.
It is said that Grand Turk was the landfall island of Christopher Columbus during his discovery of the New World, and that upon arriving, he drew it into his map and continued his voyage. Although they were officially registered before any other island, they are still, centuries later, the Caribbean's most beautiful secret. Welcome to the Turks and Caicos Islands.
We got to groove, we got to move, because it feels so good, we got to move.
Conch fishermen swim underwater and grab them just a few feet from the surface. A unique delicacy that must be sampled. Not only must they be picked from the seabed, they must be well opened. And as always, the master teaches the student. Dare to learn something that is only useful here, like magic. If there were one typical dish, it would undoubtedly be the conch, served in one of many ways. Although the tastiest is in a salad, served raw with pepper and diced tomato and dressed with lime.
The conch shell itself is also used to help build a house. They would burn the conch shell, a slow burn, and then they would get a material called lime. They would use that with some sand from the ocean to make a crude cement. So if you go through the islands in Middle Caicos, North Caicos, and Provo, you will see these small houses they call tabby houses. And it's made from the actual conch shell itself. And of course now, we're eating the fresh conch. We have conch salad, conch fritters, and we had a wonderful conch festival recently where you saw all new dishes of conchs.
I began blowing a conch shell probably as soon as I began to being able to walk. My father taught me how to play, taught my other brothers how to play the shell as well. And the traditions of blowing a conch shell in the Keys and in Key West dates back several hundred years. There wasn't a ship that went out that didn't have at least one conch shell on it for communications. What I have here is a conch that has actually been what the technical term is called conked. Someone hit it with a hammer, and that hammer mark then creates a vacuum. The snail falls right out of the shell, and then you can prepare it. Now this one here has had that spiral end removed. The shell is then bored out a little to create a mouthpiece, and then you're able to produce the sound. The mouth position is a pucker, and by changing the pitch of your lips and the movement of your tongue, you can change the tone. What most people will do is they'll get a shell, they'll say, oh, okay, I can just do that then. And that's traditionally what most people will do. What you want to do, though, is pull from that gut and then let it go. So some of us have taken it to another level where we'll play portions of composed music, and we'll give you a quick little sample of a section from the saber dance.